I want to remind the public that the government of the Republic of Kenya has done its duty as far as basic education is concerned, and that the 59.4 billion shillings that was meant for all the secondary schools for the year 2020 have been disbursed. The last one was disbursed just about 2 weeks ago. That money has a purpose. As far as primary schools are concerned, we have disbursed a total 16.2 billion. So government has done what it has to do. All this noise of school fees, I want you people to forget about it. Because by the Constitution, primary school is compulsory and a must. And government pays for it. So I don't know what school fees people are talking about as far as primary school is concerned. Parents are supposed to buy uniform and maybe ensure that children eat something at school. But in the very poor setups, government still provides some supplementation. As far as secondary schools are concerned, 75% of secondary schools are day secondary schools. Once again, the government pays 22,244 shillings per child to run those schools. So what fees are you crying about? You have become a country of crying, and we never used to be like that. So most of the children who are going to day secondary school, you have been taken to a school, you shall walk there proudly. All you need to do is to buy uniform. And I'm urging the general public. I'm glad I'm speaking from Gatundu, where the Arabic spirit started. If a child has no uniform, the people surrounding that child should buy uniform for that child. So where the hell is the school fees issue coming from for 75% of our children? Now those who are lucky enough to go to boarding schools, in secondary school, yes, there's an element of fees, but the government still pays the 22,244, and it has paid, even though for this year that has just completed, it was not a complete year, but we paid, and the teachers should use that money wisely. So going forward, we have reduced the fee that children should pay for boarding, because they are basically paying for their own food, which they must eat even if they are at home. When they are at home, they don't eat. So you are paying for the food to be fed in school and a few other things there. That's all you are paying for. Tuition and others have been paid for by government. We are not a family, we are not a country of hyenas. So we are trying to identify also the vulnerable children. And we are giving them scholarships in various categories, like the Elimu scholarship and what have you. So can we be a country of hope rather than a country of despair?
What I'm saying is that today we came to support 17 primary schools within this Atodo South, and the reason why we want to support is to make sure that no child fails to come to school because of giga infestation or because of COVID-19, or they don't have masks, they don't have protective gears. We have been able to distribute materials that are be able to be shared with those vulnerable children who are not come to school. And what I want to urge the Ministry of Education is to do a lot of emphasis on the need to have every child who has attained the age to go to school attend school. We have so many children in this country that are not in school because of one or two issues. And I want to ask the chiefs, the administration, and community health workers, or anybody else, if you find a child who is not in school, I think it's a high time that you report that parent or whoever or the guardian to the nearest educational office, because we must insist on every child on going to school. There are so many reasons why maybe they do not go to school, but I think it's a high time that people should know that apart from having free primary education, the education is also compulsory. And any parent who is not taking their children to school, they should be prosecuted. because that's failing to give the right of education to that particular child. Ndaheana matagi mamai, ndaheana masks, ndaheana sanitary towels, ndaheana dawa cia dutu, ndaheana basins, ndaheana indo ciothe cia kurigiriria dutu na kurigiriria COVID-19.